What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Top of the top, Sunday morning. What's up? Good to see everybody this morning. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Early. It's early, especially. I know nobody up on the West Coast. We up though, y'all. We up. What's up? Good to see everybody. I see y'all, man. Intro. What's up, 401 Rider? What's up, Tiger? What's up, Crystal? What's up? What's up, you son? Shout out to the family. What's up, y'all? Y'all know what's up. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, everybody. What's up? Mahalo, y'all. Yeah. Good morning, new mom. Good morning, everybody. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Y'all know how we do. You see it, you look, y'all. YouTube be playing these games, so I already be witnessing it. I had an other laptop ready, so I'll post it. I don't even get notifications in my own space. See, I don't get notifications. Computer right here. I can set the live off, and I'm looking at the other computer. The live don't even go off. Then I got to reset the screen so the video even show up. So I be knowing the video ain't gonna show up before I even finish. Then when I finish the video, if I don't see the video on my timeline, I already know how it works, y'all. So that shadow ban stuff for real, y'all. It's for real. It's for real. So anyway, we just gonna get into it. We already know about that. Let's just go. Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, I know he made that payout. You've been hearing about it. You know, I'm gonna give my opinion because I've been talking about Shannon for a minute. I used to be a fan of Shannon's when it comes to football analytics. But ever since he got away from football analytics, Shannon been somebody else. I don't know. That's my opinion. All right. My opinion means nothing. So anyway, back to this case. Well, it's not a case no more. He allegedly made his payout. We don't know how much. But the main part of the payout is she first wanted 10 million. No. Excuse me. He offered her 10 million. She denied it. So I'm pretty sure she got more than 10 million. According to Shannon Sharpe net worth, we're not going to say it's true. It says $30 million. So we don't know. The lawsuit was for 50 million. So we don't know what agreement they came to. But the agreement was, it was consensual. And Tony Busby gave a statement. All right, so let's go. Good to see everybody this morning. We up. So like I said, man, it goes back. You have not got an interview as good as this since. But this is what took Shannon to the next level. That's what it was. So my whole point is, I got nothing against Shannon at all. But since it's like he got this other side, so this other arrogant side. And my whole point is that whole persona took off more after this interview because Shannon already had a platform. He already had Club Shay Shay. People was watching it, but not like after this. His sports show, everything took off to another level after this interview. Those are just facts. So you're also going to see it's very clear. After this interview, did Shannon go up or did he go down? Or did he even just go straight? It seemed like he got it. Now, I'm talking about this thing, his content. What did his content do since this? Let's be honest. All right. So I'm just showing you what I said before as well. When Cat Williams was talking about all of these people, he was also talking about Shannon Sharpe too. He was basically talking about all the people that deal with a certain behavior. And before this interview, we didn't know nothing about Shannon's other behavior. But after this video, somehow he was in a scandal. Whether it was a scandal, who knows? All right, let's go. Money got kicked out, and that's that. We don't know how much money got kicked out. So another question I asked, is Shannon going to be working his ass off to the day he died? Because if he had to kick out over 10 million, that's a lot of money. When we're talking about their generational wealth, If they're not in that $100 million bracket, and allegedly he had 30 million, allegedly, and she wanted 50 million, that's a negative 20 already. So we don't know what he paid out. We don't know he paid a 20 million, 25, we don't know. And that ain't our business. But the thing is, when I said that some of them should have bowed out gracefully, I don't think they get it. Because now, it has already said Shannon was working his ass off. He said out his own mouth he don't take vacations. So he's really going to be working his ass off now. And he also said that a lot of his money comes from revenue from YouTube. Not just YouTube. His platforms bring in a lot of commercial ad revenue, period. That's where he get a lot of his money at. Yeah. So we also don't know if certain things got pulled. So we're just looking at public opinion. We're just looking at it because, remember, we also going to look at within the payout. Some people say everything's straight for Shannon. It's over with. He beat it. And some people, they're not buying it, even though after he made a payout, they still saying he a piece of crap. So we just looking at what people saying, not me. All right, that's it. So let's go. Shannon Sharpe said he will fight this accuser to the end. Yet he settled for possibly $50 million. Now, you remember, he gave a statement online. And something I said before is just my opinion. I said in 2025, addressing real issues online, that's not addressing nothing. No, that's social media tactics. I said that. That's my opinion. I also said something else that I don't want to keep repeating. The only thing they're concerned with is keeping their fans brainwashed and sleep. I mean, they just trying to explain themselves to their fans because I'm always show you it's many sides to this. Nobody believes none of them. Nobody believes nothing he's saying. And if you remember, he gave this statement and said, Tony Busby got it out for black men. And he said, I'm going to fight this, which means I'm not making no payout. I didn't do nothing. So it's clear as day. If I didn't do nothing, I'm not paying out nothing. Ain't nothing to talk about. Let's go to trial. I'm going to prove your ass a liar. Because you allegedly, you ain't nothing but an OnlyFans model anyway, right? So let's go to court. And we're going to prove this. Because I ain't coming off my millions. What about y'all? Well, anyway, he said he's going to fight this to the end. I guess the end was 3 months later because he made a payout. Shannon also knows it's football season coming up. It's his season. He knows, man, he's trying to get in good for football season. Yes. But it's also this funny thing going on with me because they also spoke about how since this happened, he's still been on YouTube on his channel anyway. So a lot of people know Shannon's not going to lose no views over some of this because a lot of this behavior is now normal. If you get it, Diddy celebration, Shannon Sharpe still going live, you know. Yeah, when you get accused of certain charges, it's not disgraceful no more. They still show their face. Yeah. Remember when Mike Tyson got accused of the same stuff, he was in shame? Remember when Tupac got accused of the same stuff, he was in shame? They're being accused, it's the same stuff as Tupac and Mike Tyson was accused of. And even when Mike Tyson and Tupac, it was no, you get it? Okay, it's more proof now than we had in the Mike Tyson days. It's more proof now, you get it, than in the other days when Kobe Bryant got in trouble, remember? And Tupac got in trouble. No. Back then, they didn't have Instagram and all this proof. But people went to jail. Now, they just act like nothing ever happened. So, we just going to look at what the people saying. And like I said, Shannon Sharpe, this is what they said. Shannon, I feel the same way. I agree. Shannon Sharpe said he will fight this. He will fight his accuser to the end. Yet he settled for possibly $50 million. Now, I know he ain't paid no damn $50 million because I don't think he got that. But he kicked out something. I would assume he kicked out over $10 million because that was the initial offer he gave her. And she turned it down. And plus, y'all know lawyers got to get paid. So I'm pretty sure she wanted something nice. But the joke also is, after this lawsuit, this young model can now retire. It is said she can retire from OnlyFans now, thanks to Shannon Sharpe. Yes, they said she has retired from OnlyFans. So guess what? Now, let me show you how the world works for people like Shannon. He was the millionaire with the money. He was doing his thing. Now, the woman is able to chill. She don't have to work. And his ass got to work extra because he got to make that money back. He got to work extra. Now, she could take a vacation. You see how things flip? I'm telling you, man, I started to realize these people not that smart. So, Shannon Sharpe is one of the people, while we all agreed of, Shannon is the one that made us cut up the black card officially, because we know that they was using it for 30 years straight and it don't work no more. So remember, Shannon Sharpe's career is built off blackness. That's all of their career. They are all them built off blackness. What's that? Black talk. I don't want to go there today. I'm tired of talking about it. But I have to stress these things because this is how he got his money. See, when Shannon was on CBS, you guys didn't care about him because when he was on CBS, he was conservative. He wasn't acting like that. He was acting regular, like a football analyst. But when he got on Undisputed with Skip Bayless, he started acting what we would call hood, what we would call ghetto. He started acting, using slang, being cool. And he got the name Unc. But before that, Unc was never accused of dealing with people like this. It is being said that Unc is really old enough to be her great unc because he's 35 years older than her. And if that's his business, that's his business. But he got his money off his shenanigans of smoking Black and Miles with Hennessy, talking about LeBron James the GOAT on TV. So he also got a lot of success off LeBron James' name too. It's just the truth. But he always played the black card. That's my point. And I've saw on these TV shows where he's like Undisputed, say like when Black History Month come on certain black topics, Shannon would give his commentary, his thoughts, views, and opinions from a black perspective. So I saw him do it. But in the end, you see his behavior. So this is why we said we don't want to hear that black card no more. Because remember, he was using the black card saying Tony Busby has it out for black men. And I said, why he try to use Jay-Z name? People like me, Diddy, Jay-Z, Tony Busby is out for us. Mind you, Busby still got lawsuits on Diddy. Busby is the one that put 22 lawsuits on Deshaun Watson. And you see Shannon Sharpe made a damn payout. All right? And if I'm not mistaken, Busby is in charge of all those lawsuits against Diddy, the 60-something, whatever. Yeah. So all you got to know, you got your proof. He done made his little payouts. Meaning he got people payouts, but what we're talking about is Shannon said he was going to fight this to the end. All right? So we also saw recently that the lawsuit Jay-Z had against Busby got thrown out. And now since that happened, Jay-Z has been under fire about his son. So it's not about the topics no more. It's about agendas now. You seeing these topics, some of these topics you already heard, you already know about, but now you're seeing it. So when I told you it's a campaign against Jay-Z, sit back and look. Does it not look like it's a campaign against him? Or does it? You see it's more than just entertainment, right? You see it's not just people doing videos. You see it's like a campaign against his ass, right? Okay. So I'm just showing you how all these things are coming together. When I speak about certain people being pushed out, they're not getting good news. They're not getting no light. Their careers are in jeopardy. Their careers are on the line. They have to keep public perception the best they can or they will lose it all. That's what this is about. But it's really about these people had a certain behavior for so long and they got away with everything. It's just that now they got to face the music or run. And you see they don't want to do both. See, they don't want to do neither or. So Shannon said he was going to fight. You seeing Jay-Z try to fight. But you see it get thrown out, right? Okay. But you seeing Deshaun Watson paid 20-something woman. He paid 20-something woman because he was a serial spar shopper. He couldn't stay out of spars. All right. He was according to his payouts, Deshaun Watson was a super pervert because he couldn't stop, y'all. I think they say he first got turned out in strip clubs. But I think allegedly he also had a fetish of making a regular woman flip. Get it? Like, I think he got a fetish out of making, you know, so-called perfect doctor, woman, physician, people that don't get down like that, people that's not into that stuff. I think he had a fetish for making women do stuff. Get it? I would say straight woman that don't get in no trouble, that's not from the strip club. See, woman that's probably married, like regular woman. I think he had a fetish of flipping their ass, like having his way with them. You know what I'm saying? Making regular woman go down on him, stuff like that. Because he just kept going back, y'all. And he wouldn't stop. Mind you, he's so stupid, he kept going to he was going to the team's spa parlors and other spa parlors. So he was sick, meaning he couldn't stop. So when you thinking, if this man is rich, they can have whatever woman they want. What the hell is wrong with them? No, they're perverts. So Busby got 20-something payouts. And to this day, didn't I tell you that team, the Browns, is the dog pound? It's called the dog pound, right? It's for real. It is the prison of the NFL. It's the black. I'm going to just say, it's the team when you get in trouble. Odell Beckham got kicked off the Giants, Cleveland Browns. Johnny Manziel, a badass in college. They knew he was bad. Put his ass on the Browns. That's how it worked. Shador Sanders, put him on the Browns. Since he's been on the Browns, Shador Sanders got pulled over 2 times. That's the Browns. All right, this is one of the women that Busby got a payout to. So 20-something woman, y'all. So now you see right now, that's why you're going to see some of them were smart. They try to jump in front of it. But 2 things you saw. Now you saw in Deshaun Watson, 20-something woman come out, and in the Diddy lawsuits, you see 60-something lawsuits. So you saw Shannon struggle with just one. And that's what I said before. I said, you'll notice when Diddy got all the lawsuits, he didn't panic. He got 60-something. He didn't panic. But you see somebody else got 1 lawsuit and they panicked. Just like Shannon Sharpe got 1 lawsuit. He panicked. So that's why people saying Shannon Sharpe said he will fight his accuser to the end, yet he settled for possibly $50 million. This is what they saying about Shannon. Case dismissed. Net cost his life. His life. They trying to make it like he owed. He got to give up his money and he still owed. Who knows? We don't know, y'all. It's disclosed. But I bet you're going to see him working his ass off. Shout out to everybody that's up. Hold up. I would do have because, boy, when I catch up to y'all or Karma, she know to do something. Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up? Hold up. Antonio Brown is next. Either they're crash outs or nasty creeps. Yeah, y'all. That's why I said we had to end all of this. It's it. They all tarnished. They all messed up, man. They all tarnished. They're never gonna get no real endorsements. They're not gonna be on TV. That's why I say this is why I say these things. Now I got proof with Shannon because they already said most of his money comes from online revenue, his shows. So this is what I was telling you with the black celebrities. If you keep their ass on the internet, they're not on TV, but they still will make money for us on the underground through their underground shows that they call podcasts. Get it? YouTube channels. So this was the concept when I was talking about the whole spectrum of kicking their ass off TV. Now y'all can work online forever, every day, and keep those ads going. And y'all only going to get the ads. That's why, look, y'all, that's why you see them promoting all these ads about Viagra, sex ads. They got them promoting dirty ads. There's a reason for that. They're making them be the face of that too. They're making them be the face of penis pills. You listen to podcasts, you'll hear it. Just look at all the people they got talking about it. Y'all don't even know the ads mean something. Like I always tell y'all on this channel, on YouTube, it's the same way on YouTube. Certain content, you're only going to get certain ads. The hood, ghetto, nasty content, you don't get real good ads. The hood, nasty, filthy, trailer content, that's where the dirty ads at. Get it? The Viagra, this pill, that pill. How many pills you seeing? Pink horsepower. This pill is it's a bunch of pills. According to the pills being sold, nobody Johnson works. But like I said, is everybody just confused? I've never seen this many pills pushed. So my point is, they get the low-level content now. You do the ads. See, the big ads on TV, Hulu, you get it, the real stuff. They get low-level ads. Y'all going to carry these low brands. Y'all going to carry these applications. When I showed y'all LeBron now, they got him doing King's app. They got LeBron doing Amazon commercials like a clown. Yes. He in the Amazon commercial, LeBron, like he a chef. He supposed to be a hibachi chef, and LeBron is throwing the food, but he hitting people in the face with the food. They got him playing a clown role. So when I'm telling you, they've been reduced on some real talk. All you got to know is you just pay attention to the levels they were on and look at them now. Like when I say, like, he was in more status when he was known as a 3-time Hall of Famer. I mean, you know, a Hall of Famer and a 3-time champion. He had his respect. He's not looked at that no more. See, regardless if he made a payout or anything, y'all, he's going to always be remembered for this. And this is why his black card is revoked. See? It also makes him look like, it still makes him look like a predator, y'all. Because if you're a mom or dad and your daughter is 20 years old, you're still going to look at him like, what is this 50-something ass doing with that young lady like that? So my point is, he's still not respected, y'all. That's the part y'all got. Y'all they see, even in this Shannon thing, I'm just going to show you, it's people that don't know law, they don't know nothing, but it also, we at a point now, we seeing behavior. People celebrate anything, but don't even know what they be celebrating. So it's not about all the time whether somebody go to jail or not. It's about behavior. It's about the mind. That's why they had to show Criminal Minds, because it's about your people's mind. So a person that's saying, they're just going to look at it. Because remember, you can be his age, 57, and your daughter is what, 20? And you could be his same age, your daughter's the same age as her, and you still going to look at him like, all right, bro, you're rich. You couldn't do nothing better than a 20-year-old. But they say she's 20, but you was dealing with her for 2 years. Are you that low? Yeah, it's his choice. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just still showing you his mind. It's just showing you his mind, y'all. All right, and he's going around calling himself Unc. So other people do not respect him at all. That's all you got to know. And I say I'm going to stick to my opinion. My opinion, his ass ain't going to be on TV. Huh? Unless this behavior is what? Promoted and celebrated. Case dismissed, but they say the net cost his life. Huh? And y'all know they be bounded by contract. Let's go. Shannon Sharpe net worth. How much does he really have with a $50 million lawsuit looming? According to this, now, like I said, a lot of this stuff is before taxes. A lot of this stuff has not been updated on a lot of celebrities. But according to this, it is said he owes $30 million. Now, y'all know, okay, it's July. They just had to pay taxes April 15th. You also will see that lawsuit came around tax season. He got it pushed off, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Now, the initial lawsuit was $50 million, which you already know was a chess move, meaning somebody probably already knew his net worth, his real assets. And I'm just saying the number is higher than his public net worth in the lawsuit. So we also know in lawsuits, they aim high. They aim high and settle low, or, you know, fair, whatever. We know that. So far as we know, she wanted $50 million. Now, these two facts we got. He offered $10 million before it started. Declined. She come back and say she wants 50. So we know for a fact they negotiated somewhere between 50 million and 15 million. So we know lawyers got to get paid. We know you get it. We know people got to get paid. They are saying this woman now can retire from OnlyFans. She don't got to work no more. But the question is, how much did she get? I would assume I'm going to assume she got no less than 20 million. That's what I'm going to assume. Because he didn't have no choice. He had no choice. He had to make this go away regardless. He had to. Football season coming up too. He knows he's making money off YouTube, but it ain't like before because we know YouTube going down. We know this. We know YouTube is not the same no more. We know this. So he also got to split money with Ocho Cinco. But he got a team of staff. He got to pay people. So he need that TV money. Now, we don't know the lawsuit. So like I said, 50 million, she wanted 50. They could have paid 25 million. That sounds about fair. They pays 25. We don't know. So I know one thing, in my opinion, he's going to be working his ass off. What's up, Kate Nimrod? What's up? That's how I look at it. What's up, Kiki? What's up? All right, so look. This is what I be telling people when I was saying that everything is being studied online. This is what I was talking about. You see how lawyers and people in enforcement, law enforcement, this is what they do with tweets. When I told you they put them on big screens and all, this is what they do, y'all. See? People didn't get it. Hopefully, a lot of y'all get it now. Even though everything is over. But this is what goes on. This is what been. You see that post from 2022? People didn't know that these posts and statements from years before, whatever, will always be used as evidence, you know, in the court of law to show mindset. When you said something, you can't go back and say, I didn't say that, or you can't, or what did you mean when you said, see, I told you all this stuff was analytics. But I'm showing you this to show you how everything was always documented. See the post? That was a post. I'm just showing you the concept of the post, how Tony Busby is using a post in a situation. And look how many different, this is about Shannon Sharpe. And look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him. You also see what they call him, Uncle Rick, all right. That's what they calling him. So I'm telling you, nobody believes this stuff, y'all. Only a certain people believe it. Nobody believe it. All right? Cat Williams told him to his face. He just didn't say, Shannon, you going down too. He just didn't say it, but he was telling him to his face what's going to happen. Because he really was saying, Shannon, those are all your peoples too. Y'all all get down the same. Let's go. As you see. So you see, right? Look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him. So I'm showing you how people be doing homework, people be knowing stuff, and that's that. Now, this is what they showing. When he said, this is what he said in the interview. What'd he say? It's a shakedown. It's a shakedown. I have done nothing wrong. Y'all remember that? It's a shakedown. I have done nothing wrong. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That's what Shannon said. The new version. It's a shakedown. Well, if it's a shakedown, you made a payout. Now, it'd be funny if Tony Busby sue you for lying, saying he came at you because you was black. You lied on Busby. Now, what if he sue your ass too? Matter of fact, nah, scratch that. Maybe that lawsuit payout was higher than we think because of Busby. Busby said, I'm going to get my cut. Because you said that dirt on me. Busby said we're not settling for nothing less than $25 million. Let me find out. Let me find out you did get shook down. Because remember, you said it was a shakedown. You said it's because you black. So why you make a payout? But I think behind the scenes, Busby said, I want my $5 million. Or we ain't settling. But they say, look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him. I ain't gonna repeat what they calling you, Unc. But it ain't nice, Unc. They don't believe you, Unc. But they saying, I'm gonna leave it alone, Unc. Shannon Sharpe wife, net worth, children. Will NFL legend return to ESPN after sexual assault lawsuit settlement? Shannon don't have no wife. They was basically saying he never had a wife. Yes, the NFL football legend and former ESPN broadcast expert, Shannon Sharpe. See, he was a broadcast expert, y'all. He did do his thing on TV. He did give analytics. He did do his thing. But, you know, these people are greedy, right? So they couldn't just get sports money. They wanted all money. That's what they did. See, that's what I was telling you my main beef with them was. These people ain't never talk about no damn entertainment, trending topics. But when they realize that's money, oh, I can talk about that too. I'm gonna do that too. No, they was just sports, but they want to do sports and entertainment. When I tell you, they all greedy. They all had careers. They greedy. So they so greedy. That's why they ass gonna keep getting in trouble. And they so greedy. That's why they gonna get kicked up their ass and ran out of here because they don't know when to stop. All right. Remember, they're predators for different reasons. They're predators for opportunity. They came on YouTube like damn predators. Stop it. He was on OnlyFans like a predator. That's what they do. They money hungry, greedy, money whores. Let's go. Shannon ain't got no wife. So look, he was a broadcast expert, but on Friday, settled $50 million civil lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault. So they saying this man settled $50 million. We don't know, y'all. Now, mind you, this ain't no this. Hold up. If I'm not mistaken, this I know I went on ESPN News, and I want to say this ESPN, but I don't want to be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, this was ESPN telling us straight up. So look, Shannon Sharpe on Friday settled a $50 million civil lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery, according to media reports. So it could be $50 million, and it could be very close to $50 million. The complaint was identified as Jane Doe. Sharpe vehemently denied all allegations, calling them a shakedown. Calling it a shakedown. They lying. They come up with my money. And subsequently stepped away from his role at ESPN First Take in late April. Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, has posted a statement on X. The case has been dismissed with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled, officially closing the lawsuit. See, the lawsuit was just closed. It's finished. But it had to be agreement. And like I said, I wouldn't have bet Tony Busby taxed his ass. I wouldn't have bet he taxed his ass. I wouldn't have bet he got a nice tax. What y'all think? Because remember, he said it was a shakedown. So we got to remember he accused Tony Busby of being a dirty-ass lawyer, a dirty, shiesty lawyer trying to shake down a black man. So that means he also tried to turn black people against Busby. So Busby, I think they made his ass pay for that. I'm going to assume now he paid out $25 million. I'm going to assume. It's a reach, but that's what I'm going to assume. Because she wanted 50. She got to get her cut. Now, think about it. If you suing this fool, you know you got to pay Busby. You like, man, let's say you do got to pay Busby a nice cut. You're going to want a nice chunk, too. You ain't going to just want. She got over 10 million, y'all, because she denied the 10 million. So that means we know for a fact she got over 10 million, plus Busby had to get his cut. So let's just say man, we over 15 million already. That's how I'm looking at it. We over 15 million. That's why I say I think this fool might have paid out at least 20 million. That's my assumption. All right. Because I think Unc gonna be on the internet more than all of us. I think when we retire from the internet, he's gonna still be on here. Yeah, I think that's how much he got to get this money back. Yeah, y'all. Yes, I think, oh man, he's done. Yeah, Unc, you straight, but you gonna be working on this bitch. Shannon Sharpe is reportedly a father of 3 kids, 2 daughters, and 1 son. Sharpe never married, but shares son with ex Erica Evans. However, Sharpe is yet to reveal details about mother or mothers of his daughters. So I'm showing you how they going back into his personal business, because this is how the media is throwing shots subliminally saying that he has what? 2 daughters, but saying he messed with somebody else's daughter. That's really what they're trying to say. Basically saying he's old enough to be her father. Shannon Sharpe is reportedly father of 3 kids. Actually, the truth is his daughter's older than her. His daughter's older than her. So it's not about the payout. It ain't about him being innocent or guilty. It ain't about that. It's about his behavior being shown to the world. Yeah, he could have went 37. He could have went 32. He could have went 29. But he was dealing with her, I think, since 19. All right, you getting it? So even as a man, it's making him look real small. And people don't respect that. People look at him as a nasty pervert now, y'all. It's just what it is, Because if people that's your age got a daughter her age, and on top of that, it's not even that. Because remember, now even with Bill Belichick made that woman his wife. Get it? Meaning there's not no sneaking and geeking shit with Bill Belichick. With Shannon, this go back to OnlyFans, which really means he's an OnlyFans shopper. That's what it means. It means, how long you been shopping on OnlyFans, Shannon? Is this just the first one? That's really what it's showing. So it's not like, okay, he met the young lady. Say he met her in the strip club. He liked her. They were dating. They were out public. Everybody knew he was with her. That's different. But according to this, it was something else being done. She spoke about false, all this other shit. We're going to leave it alone. But all you got to know is his stupidity dealing with OnlyFans has cost him millions. Period. And it also shows y'all a mentality. Why would you risk your career being that stupid? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are smarter enough. Bro, I know you could be single, and a lot of men are smart to know you just don't go certain places looking for women, especially if you're going to bring them to your house, especially if you're going to be personal with them. Who does that? Now, if you are looking at it, if you know this man was on Fox, if you know he was on ESPN, why the hell would he have not just cut that woman off and just say, you know what? I'm just going to focus on the show with Stephen A. I ain't getting no trouble. I'm just going to chill out. No, you're seeing a mentality, y'all, that he didn't even have common sense to say, you know what? Let me just chill out, focus on my career. I don't need that young girl. What I'm going to do with her anyway? Plus, she from OnlyFans anyway. No, that's his dumb ass. So you just looking at a behavior. And you're also going to see it was also being played out while Diddy and Cassie was on trial. Because I'm going to keep showing you how it's all about that behavior of Diddy and Cassie. Shannon Sharpe's story takes place in rooms, talking dirty on phones. The same exact time they were giving us playback of Diddy on the phone. No, they're showing the behavior of certain people and what they do. Also showing you that he's a father of 2 women, but he don't comprehend the fact of being a father and having daughters. Shannon Sharpe's other income streams are endorsements, cognac brand, clothing line, and real estate. See what I told you? He's a greedy man. But Shannon, what did you do for Georgia? What did you do for that black state? What did you do? What did you do for those blacks? You're always selling something. He's one of the people I told you about. Negroes always want to sell you liquor. Now let's use common sense and break his ass down. Now, if he plays sports, why is he selling alcohol? If he plays sports, why he not selling us the next Gatorade? Why he not selling us the next alkaline water? No, sell them liquor, even though he plays sports. See that? Because it's all about the money game, y'all. That's it. That's all this ass want to do is make money. But I'm starting to think he in slave contracts. I'm starting to think they making his ass work. Anyway, Shannon, nobody's buying your cognac. Nobody's buying the clothing line. Real estate, you should be doing good in that. But I think that's all you're going to have left. I think you just like a guy that sold drugs, that when he spend money and re-up, he's back to zero and got to start over. I think now, Shannon, you like a big drug dealer that just got out of prison and don't have nothing left, and you got to start all over. I don't know, bro. Or maybe you could be straight. Who knows? I know one thing. I know your brother Sterling mad at your ass. You ruined the Sharpe name. You can't pay for that. You ruined your grandmother's name. Don't you never speak about your grandmother no more. You embarrassed her, Shannon. Let's go. All right. 57-year-old Sharpe carried on with his podcast. Telling you, it's all in the article. After he was accused, after he said he gonna fight, he what? He still carried on with his podcast, Club Shay Shay, like nothing ever happened. However, it remains unclear whether Sharpe will return to ESPN. Why? ESPN said, your face will not be on this TV. Your face will not be promoted after you've been accused of your behavior. Hell no. But in your world, you can carry on and they'll still watch you. That's right. That's what they're telling you right here. 57-year-old Sharpe carried on with his podcast, Club Shay Shay, on YouTube. However, it remains unclear whether his ass will be back on ESPN. Simple. So when I tell you, they're only concerned with their fans, let me show you who Shannon Sharpe fans are. People that love cognac, people that love clothing lines. All right? Shannon Sharpe other income streams are endorsements from cognac clothing line. Because he making money off them Negroes, man. That's about it, y'all. Nobody else believes Shannon Sharpe, y'all. Nobody believes his ass. I told you, when you're not involved with this experience, when you're not brainwashed by it, it doesn't affect you. You see through it, and you just laugh at the shit. And look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him. Shannon Sharpe said he will fight his accuser to the end, yet he settled possibly for $50 million. Oh, man, he said he was going to fight. Y'all, what happened to the fight? Usually people fight cases like that for at least a year. Now, he said football season coming up. I can't afford to play. Let's go. So as you see right here, Shannon Sharpe has co-hosted the NFL Today on CBS. That's when he was conservative. No Unc persona, no LeBron James shenanigans. Then he joined Undisputed on Fox Sports 1 with Skip Bayless from 2016 to 2023, 7 years. That's when Unc was created. That's when the cognac inspiration come from. That's when the ride on LeBron James coattail coming at. The Unc. In late 2023, he moved to ESPN with First Take, appearing alongside Stephen A. He became Stephen A. Smith's sidekick and Molly Karam's sidekick. Then he launched Club Shay Shay in 2020, which became a viral hit, especially an episode featuring Cat Williams. So they telling you straight up, this what blew his ass up. But this success still goes back to Cat Williams. Yo, Unc, Fox Sports 1 persona, Shannon. The truth is, that also comes from Skip Bayless. So we also have proof, Shannon. You built your career of other people as well. Yes, you did. You built your career off LeBron James. You made yourself the voice of LeBron. But ever since LeBron James has admitted he go to Diddy parties, you don't say his name like that no more. Now, you built your career off LeBron James' name. That's one. Skip Bayless. That's two. Now, you keeping it going with Ocho. But your internet power and real monetization money came in from after you did the interview with Cat Williams. So now you're in a situation where you're going to have to do it again. That's what's going to have to happen. But we know how this thing works, and I know what's going to happen. If he don't get no blockbuster feature, he's not gonna get no blow up comeback. Also, we know entertainment is crashing. On top of that, he would have to have an interview so big to make some of this money back. Because other than that, y'all, he's not topping this. But this is what got him where he at, and this is when he started to get big headed. That's my opinion. Before that, he was cool, internet persona, online acting, entertaining. But after this, because I heard on his platform him say certain things. We spoke about how he called women bald-headed, stuff like that. Like look, I might cook people on this channel, but on the other end of that coin, I give people a lot. I give them light too. I heard him going so hard on black people, disrespectfully, on multiple times, and he don't give no light, meaning he don't got nothing good in him. I'm telling you. So I saw this man diss the crap out of black people on his platforms while he taking their money. See, me, I don't be trying to sell you shit. All right, so that's why I tell you, you ain't got to kiss my ass, and I ain't here to sell you shit. No, they play like they like you because they the ones got to sell you shit as they dish your ass. All right, so I know what's up. Yeah, he made a payout, but people are going to still watch him. After he called black women bald-headed and trashed their ass, they still watched his ass. So we already know what's up. Plus, Shannon Sharpe fan base is not just women anyway. Get it? A lot of men that watch him are into the same behavior as him. Get it? All right. That's what this is about. So, far as we know, this fool might have $5 million left. Who knows? All right, who knows? Who knows? They might have said, Shannon, we're going to take 25. No, they might have took 23 and just said, we're going to leave with 7. You owe us the rest. We don't know. What's up, Renee? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What's up? Yeah, everybody have a good day today. What's up? What's up, Latasha Jordan? What's up? What's up, Sandra D? What's up? All right, let's go. So yeah, man, we don't know what he got left, but I know one thing: he will be working his ass off. Yes, he will. So if you didn't take a vacation before, Shannon, you probably never gonna get one. Let's go. So I'm just showing you what they're saying about him. Sexual assault lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe officially dropped after private deal. Officially dropped. Is it officially dropped? Let me show you Shannon Sharpe and his people celebrating. Now that he's in the clear, Fox needs to go ahead and try to patch it up with Unc and Skip. No, he needs Skip. Now I want you to see an idiot. Now that he's in the clear, how is Shannon in the clear if he made a payout? So I'm going to show you how, once again, it's a lot of dummies. They don't know the law. They don't know nothing, but they got big mouths. The ones that post all day and talk the most and got channels are the ones that are the stupidest. That's the sad part, because they made this thing where they let misinformation spread on purpose to keep people stupid. But I also just want to keep showing you a behavior. Now that Shannon is in the clear, Fox needs to go ahead and try to basically saying, now that Shannon is innocent, they should let him go back with Skip Bayless. Fool, he was working with Stephen A. How the hell he gonna go back with Fox when they the ones kicked him off first? No. But this man is trying to say he's in the clear. How? No, that's you Negroes say dumb shit like that. I try to go without saying it, man. I can't help it. Sorry. Because this is what I'm talking about. Shannon Sharpe said he would fight to the end, yet he settled, which means what? He not in no clear. He cleared it up, but his name ain't in the clear. His name is still dirty. That's what that means. His name is dirty. It cost him his life. That don't mean he's in the clear. He had to pay. No, y'all know when you in the clear, fool. Didn't you watch Judge Mathis? You watch a lot of judge shows, right? Okay, some of y'all been in court, right? When you don't got to make that payout, that's when you in the clear. When you don't got to do no time, that's when you in the clear. When a person get exposed being a liar, that's when you in the clear. And they still dissing him, which means he's not in the clear. Because they saying, look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him. So that means he's not in the clear. Because once your name is dirt and you make a payout, it does not mean you in the clear. It just means you accepted by some people. All right? And the people that accept him, they're going to say he in the clear. All right? That's it. Now that he's in the clear, Fox needs to go ahead and try to patch it up with Unc and Skip. Let's go. So everyone out there who calls Big Ben a rape, remember? Okay, for those who don't know, Ben Roethlisberger was accused of some stuff similar to Shannon's behavior. It's similar. Everybody call him whatever. But I'm just showing you this is what people are saying about Shannon. That's all I'm showing y'all. So everyone out there who's been calling Big Ben a rape will be calling Shannon Sharpe one, right? I mean, he did settle with her. That's what you idiots said about Ben. Do yourself a favor. Search the legal backlogs in Colorado. They're telling you. Go research where Shannon Sharpe used to work at when he was with the Broncos. They saying he made a lot of, that's what they saying. But they saying, see, he did the same exact thing he did. He was dealing with a youngster that was of age, but the key is he made a payout. But he was still being called to you know what. Showing you that when you make a payout, it doesn't mean your name is in the clear. That's all I'm showing you. What's up, Faith? What's up, Fatima? All right, so let's go. That's what they saying about him. settling of innocent. So remember, he said it was a shakedown. He said this had to do with race. So I'm pretty sure that woman in Busby spanked his ass nice. But I'm going to keep letting y'all see for yourself. Nobody believes nothing Shannon is saying. Nobody believes none of them. And they all being looked at as the same. All right? He's not too. It's not like people look at him cleaner than Diddy. Get it? No. He's in a category with everybody else. Chris Brown, R. Kelly, all of them. Settling of innocent. Now, he only had 30 million allegedly. They wanted 50. What they settled for, we don't know. But this is what we're going to look at now. Oh, yeah. This ain't nothing, but I'm just showing you the pattern. Remember we talking about this rap stuff. We talking about this entertainment, right? So just to show you the whole behavior that's related. IG model abused by rapper boyfriend. See the package? Okay. We know the gimmick now. Every woman was an IG model and her man was a rapper. Can you now see why this shit had to be killed and destroyed? This whole rap stuff. Everybody was going to be an IG model with BBLs and everybody was going to be a rap entertainer. Everybody's going to be a money bag, yo, and you get it? You get it? That's why I had to stop, y'all. So even in this story is about how he was whipping her ass. Because he's a rapper, he was whipping her ass. Get it? Diddy, Cassie, that's what they do. When you're a rapper, you got to whip ass. No, y'all. It's a revelation of a punk behavior of punks that been in the closet and they got a lot of freaky, weird shit with them. That's it. A lot of two-way weirdo freaks that don't know if they want hot dogs or hamburgers, and they are disruptive in their behavior. That's why they keep getting accused of the same behavior, because they don't know what the hell is wrong with themselves. All right, so just to keep it going to show you the embarrassment and how it's all connected. Sean Kingston mother is about to get booted out the country. It is being said that she is praying to the judge, pleading, please don't send me out this country, please. Remember everybody hated so much? Everybody always talk about where they from, right? So when I was telling y'all this, showing you the evidence, that is not just certain people, it's anybody that's against the grain that been doing a whole lot. Sean Kingston mother is the proof. Not from here, that's cool. It's not about where you're from. See, now it's about people behavior. Like I said, you here, but you don't like it here, but you want all the money. You here, but you're doing people that's born here dirty. See, you're not from here. You don't like it here. Plus, you scamming people for their money, ruining people's life. That's called terrorism now. That's what Sean Kingston's mother was doing. Because his mother didn't want to accept that her son wasn't a star no more, y'all. So to keep their lifestyle going, she kept doing a lot of dirt. They were booked, they were getting stuff free from people, not paying them back. I'm talking about $1 million cars. They were doing a whole lot. Exclusive furniture. They were basically extorting, D-boying, making bogus checks. So being that his mother's not born and raised from here, her ass gonna get kicked out. She's an example of one. Mind you, you got proof she was not gonna stop. Her ass 62 years old. All right, that's it. That's entertainment. And all you gotta know is, of course, she pimped her son out. Plus, they said she was already known to be a scammer before this. Because being that she was a scammer, she was already under the watch by the you-know-who. That's how you get your kids a deal. That's right, that gov. So yes, yes, yes. But the secret to this also is, what's up, punches? I assume somebody might have been down with Diddy. Because after Diddy got in trouble, so did they. And we know that he lived in the same, environment, basically. Let's go. Sean Kingston mom to be kicked out of U.S. People didn't believe it, y'all. People getting booted out. She lucky they didn't put her ass at Alligator Alcatraz. No. So this is what I was talking about. This is why a lot of people scared. This is why a lot of people mad. This is why a lot of people don't like certain people. But the thing is, most of the people like her that's not from here been getting more money than anybody born and raised in this country. She been getting more money than you, your father, your grandfather, and go back some more. This is the jokes that have been played. How people that have not been from here, I'm talking about legitimately, just been taking all the money and they never had to answer up to it. And all everybody else want to do is complain and cry about how things are so hard and everything is so messed up and we're so this. You get what I'm saying? When I tell people that this whole depressive, poor lifestyle shit, it was a figment of imagination created by lack of paying attention, because everybody had their hands in the pot getting free money, taking money, lying, scamming, and they getting all the money off Americans, tapping into bank accounts, stealing numbers, dark webbing your shit. People like her working for companies, selling your shit. People like her working in credit companies, taking your shit. That's what was going on here, y'all. So now they're all finally answering up. There's also within this, when you was just thinking ICE and they taught you to just think that illegals are Spanish people, Hispanic. No, she's one of the illegals. It's a lot of illegals from all over here. And it's also my proof of what? People been here acting like certain people, but they're not certain people. They just been using that skin color, getting rich. Getting rich. Not from the soil. See, we already spoke about all of this. We know what happened to him. That's it. So it was just funny. Him and his mother got jacked up. I think he was the plug. I think he was the plug too. Get it? I ain't gonna say too much. That stuff over with. Yeah. This is what I was showing y'all before. Operation Take Back America. When I was trying to tell y'all this is what it's all about. So anybody didn't get it clear, this is the name of the campaign. Operation Take Back America. Why? A lot of people were foreigners, y'all, and they had nothing to do with America. They wasn't putting no money into the economy. They were just taking. They wasn't showing no Americans love. They were just talking and bragging about where they from, talking shit. That's what happened, y'all. A lot of people got big-headed. A lot of people were pimping out the American dream. Yes, for years, decades. But now it's over, y'all. That's it. So that's why it's Operation Take Back America. And guess what? If you're American, you ain't going nowhere. You'll be right here. If you're American, you have nothing to worry about. So I keep telling people. If you're legit, you're clean, you have nothing to worry about. But as Operation Take Back America, there's nothing nobody's going to do about it. I've just been giving you the updates. Now I'm going to give you another update. Do you see the platform this is on? It's Instagram, right? What is this telling you? You don't have to be a genius to figure it out. What is it telling you? Operation Take Back America, pushed on Instagram. Well, common sense should tell you they're on Instagram. Like I already said. All of these apps already under control. All these apps already watched. What are they watching for? They're watching for the same behavior that was promoted on Instagram. What's that? PPP loan. Thank you, Renee Thompson. They're on Instagram looking at everything what? Street. Everything what? Hood. Everything what? Illegal. They're already watching who? The people selling sex. What else they're watching? People buying sex. They're already scanning the what? DMs. When they told us that they put the child safety lock on Instagram, I already knew what's up. They've been watching. They've been watching. Thank you very much, Renee. Fam, you called it on everything. What's the Texas lottery number? I'm trying to get it for you. Well, I tell you what, my pick 4 is 1135. I'll tell you that. I can guarantee you, if you play 1135 a year straight, I guarantee you'll hit. All right? Anyway, Operation Take Back America. So look, to show and prove to y'all, when I kept telling people, they don't listen, y'all. If people listen, things had to be repeated. If people wasn't so brainwashed and people didn't talk smoke to me in my chat, I'm talking about in my comment section and talk like I don't know what I be talking about, or I got to keep proving this stuff because we in the time of information and facts. When I kept telling people who's on Instagram, y'all didn't get it. Y'all did not get it. So when they told you take back America, if you ain't see the post on Instagram, that's your stupid ass. Because they own Instagram. They own this shit now. That's why you see everything street, hood, whatever you want to call it, is drying up. It's drying up. So I was just showing y'all the app. When I said everything you love is going to disappear. The things you love, they're not going to be the same like they used to be. And our world is going to be called, it's getting boring. It's getting corny. Yeah. Just like every platform you see and getting what? Boring. So I'm just showing you they're on all these platforms. All right? People didn't believe. I'm showing you this because Operation Take Back America is the operation that is dealing with kicking her ass out the country and everybody else. Take Back America just means doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing. But I like to put it in the perspective of the way some of us grew up. I like to say the way we grew up in the 80s. When we were like, if you was an 80s baby and you grew up decent, I'm talking about like that. Or it don't matter how old you was in the 80s. You'll see in the 80s, families was the closest. Families would still eat at the table together. Families still had events. That's the 80s. People, kids with kids, grown-ups with grown-ups. Everything was normal. 80s. When you went to fast food on the weekend, Saturday, McDonald's. That's the 80s. See? Go to the shopping mall. 80s. That's what we're talking about. When things were good, great. Y'all never got it. Y'all whole concept of everything was struggle. But everybody didn't struggle like that. See, my struggle might have been different. Your struggle. My struggle might have just been I couldn't eat what I want. I couldn't get stuff I wanted when I wanted it. But I didn't grow up mad and angry and crying and pissed. I didn't grow up like that. See, I'm talking about family, y'all. The main thing missing, everybody don't comprehend. That's never the same as family. Another thing what happened is, which I see now, the truth is this, y'all. Everybody got down with everything else. Everybody's a victim of it. Me, myself, everybody became a part of everything else and forgot about family. Everybody was loyal to everything else except for family. That's why family is gone. People became more loyal to their church. People more loyal to their organization. People more loyal to their gang. More loyal to their relationship than their family. And that's why all the families are gone now, y'all. I'm trying to tell you what happened. Everything you were obligated to or gave all your time and energy to, it took away from the family structure. That's why there ain't no more family. Because it was also a time of vanity. Me. It's about what I'm doing. Me. But while that was happening, family was dying off. So that's why I say the original way was family, y'all. Because one thing you might have known, no matter how, it don't matter. Meaning, you know, it wasn't based on no money. It don't matter if you woke up broke, but if you know you had a family gathering, everything was going to be all right for that day. Yeah, and family, when people went short on their rent, they had a family member to call to help them with the bills, so they wouldn't have to get a loan or see a loan sharp. There was a time when everybody wasn't cutthroat, y'all. It was a time when everybody wasn't wicked. Wicked always exists, but it might have been 3 out of 10. Now it's 7 out of 10. So that's why it's Operation Take America Back. Take Back America. There's back to that. All right. When I was young, had to worry about child snatching and all that. Ain't nothing new, but it's out of control now. It's too much stuff that went wrong. That's why people not noticing your neighborhood, it ain't no change. It's actually worse than back in the day, meaning there's no production. It's a reason. You paying high prices for out the same ass stores. So when I tell you this operation is being dealt with on every platform, I'm showing you they on Instagram. Hey, when I showed you yesterday how people on X been sending stuff to the Gov. Nicki ain't the first one that did it. They've been doing that because the Gov is on all platforms. All platforms are being watched for illegal activity. Yeah. So back to this. It's a reason why his mother getting kicked out the country because she was allegedly a big-time drug dealer and a big-time con artist, scam artist. And she was scamming American companies. Get it? That's the charges. Let's go. The 62-year-old mother of Sean Kingston asked the court for compassion in a formal motion filed ahead of her sentencing. She is asking for compassion, y'all. She is 62 years old, facing 20 plus years. So basically, y'all, she don't want to die in jail. She don't want to get kicked out of the country neither. But while her son was winning, it was all good. And that's why I showed this picture, because this one, it was all good. So looking at this picture now, whoever thought that Justin Bieber would be the last one standing in good standards, far as financially, just dropping the album. This also is when Chris Brown was in favor. This one, Chris Brown was considered to be good, but this is what a lot of y'all didn't comprehend. This is when Diddy was controlling all three of them. Went back and all of that. This when Diddy was controlling all three of them. All right? That's when Sean Kingston was in his prime. So I'm going to keep giving y'all the parallels. Do you think it's a coincidence, y'all? I got to ask you, because I think some people really lost their brain. Now, you see him and Chris Brown when they were good guys. Is it a coincidence? Sean Kingston is in trouble to this day as we speak. As we speak to this day, Chris Brown is going to court in trouble. I'm asking you again, is that a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? The same time they're in trouble, Shannon Sharpe is making a payout. At the same exact time, what? Diddy is waiting on his time. So I just want people to see that I was not just targeting people. I'm showing you the whole spectrum, that it's a big puzzle. You just got to put it together what's happening. Everybody that was known to be a good character, somehow they all have been turned into villains. But they are only villains to their own behavior, which is now considered their own judgment. That's all it is. So that's when Chris Brown was a good guy, but he was controlled. His name is Diddy now. That's when his name was P.Diddy. So it's not a coincidence him and his mom went to jail. They didn't live too far from P.Diddy. We also know this is when Diddy was about to knock Chris Brown ass out. This picture was funny as hell. You will clearly see Diddy forgot he was on stage. He's about to lose it. He's about to crown Chris Brown with that mic. What you looking at Justin like that for? You see it right in your face. You also will see Chris Brown behavior. Now you see what after this, Chris Brown now you see why he knocked women out? Now you see why he charged women all that money for, all right, I'm going to leave it alone. But you will clearly see, what's up, Sister T? Diddy is ready to knock the shit out of Chris Brown because he don't like that. All right? You see it clear as day. That man forgot he was on stage, y'all. In the middle of the song, he just stopped. All right, then. Now, it's not a mistake. I'm going to prove it to you again. All right? Because he don't play with Justin. That's why Justin went at Pusha T because of Roc Nation. No, he don't play about Justin. No, he don't. Justin was around Diddy so much, Justin turned black for real. Justin is black. All right? That was his son too, I guess. But I'm going to tell you again, he didn't play with Justin. We know about this. All right, you see it right here? He about to knock the shit out of Chris Brown. You see him about to knock the shit out of French Montana. He don't play about Justin, y'all. I'm telling you. He might have let you do, I'm telling you. You see it, right? He ready to crown his ass with a Ciroc bottle. That man didn't play with Justin. No. You see it, right? So I'm showing you it's not a mistake. This years later. What you looking at? That's how dude be like, you looking at my girl? He ready to rock his shit with that mic. Years later, French was his best friend. But he ready to turn on French quick. It's something else about this whole thing I'm about to show y'all. I'm going to connect these dots for y'all. I just did it. I'm going to show y'all this night. We also put together what? Because I spoke about it. This picture is important because LeBron James is in the background. This is what I've been proved that they always been hanging together. It's just that they all don't be in the pictures. This is in Atlanta. LeBron James in the back. Y'all see LeBron James? All right, boom. I'm going to show y'all what else was around the same weekend. So you clearly see how Diddy was passionate about Justin Bieber. Ladies, your man, he don't act like that for you. See? He let people flirt with you. He don't say nothing. Diddy didn't play that. That's it. So anyway, let me show y'all this real quick. Let me speed it up for y'all. See this night? This whole weekend. Look who else is there. Remember I told you, right? Jermaine Dupri. Always around. Always around. Always around. This the same night. Now hold on. Now remember this right here? Check this out. Check this out, y'all. The yellow hair. Remember the infamous picture I was showing y'all? Look. Bingo. This the same weekend, y'all. See? Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, Kim. They was around the same weekend. It's just that they were separate, but this was the same weekend. All this was the same weekend. But I'm just showing you. See, if you didn't know the picture, you wouldn't know that LeBron was there. He in the back. If Cassie hair wasn't yellow, and see, I know because of Cassie hair yellow and Diddy's chain and his shirt. That's how I know they change clothes, but I know when they wear a particular chain, that's a chain they're going to wear for that weekend or whatever. So you're going to see, yeah, he kept the same shades too. Cassie hair yellow. You're going to see the shades right there, yellow hair, and his chain. Same weekend as this. So like I said, this could be the same. Like, it'll be these events. Jay-Z and them there, they just in VIP. But y'all know Diddy going to go on the floor. So that's the only difference. Diddy going to go on the floor with everybody, do what he do, but everybody else in VIP, but the whole time they all together that same night. So I was just showing y'all how they always in Atlanta together. Thank you very much, RT Bell. Just showing you how what? Nobody's safe. And also show you that a lot of them knew when you with Diddy, you stay off the camera. See, LeBron, he played basketball. He knew if he in too many pictures, he'll get in trouble. So you'll see while Diddy's popping bottles, LeBron in the back, like he don't drink. Let's go. That also does look like, damn, that looked like the same shirt LeBron had on that night. He was dancing with Diddy too. So let's go. I'm just showing you though how they all together, y'all. But they will act like they don't know this and they don't know that. And like I said, they all just playing this game. Well, hopefully I'm not next. So you see Jay-Z getting in trouble now, or he's on the hot seat. You see Jay-Z on the hot seat. But now you also got proof that Jay-Z was with him that night. Same weekend. Same weekend as what? This and this. And this. Same weekend. Same time. Atlanta. So, as you see, when he had Justin with him, he had Justin Bieber. This when he actually had the youngsters with him too. So remember, this all in Atlanta club. But people now looking at it like he's in Atlanta club, but he's still bringing people under 21 in the club. Youngsters. Yeah. That's why I tell people, when you look at the whole thing psychological, the behavior of older people with minors became normal through rap. Because you kept seeing Jermaine Dupri in the club with Lil Bow Wow ass. You kept seeing grown-ass Diddy with his kids in the club. They made it look normal, but it's really not. Because down there, they was doing weird shit. And you'll see that they were having a lot of wild parties, but I'm just going to keep showing you that they were only connected to the public by pictures. But in reality, they was always around each other like a big-ass family. So when we speak about how Diddy made a statement, how nobody checked on his kids, they always been around his kids. So we spoke about it yesterday. That's a whole nother campaign on Jay-Z now, how they're talking about his smear campaign against Colin Kaepernick. So anybody that's in the conscious world or anybody in the world of, what Colin Kaepernick stand for, now they're able to see a side of Jay-Z they didn't get to see. So it is so many different campaigns on Jay-Z. You're going to think they're petty. You're going to look at it like they're good, but I'm going to show you how every day they're throwing stones at him. So he got his son. Now he got accusations of him. He's basically being accused as the one that helped destroy Colin Kaepernick's career, basically. And it's somebody to prove it. So that's another aspect. So as long as when Jay-Z wakes up, it's no good news, that is the whole purpose of this. That's the campaign against him. So that's it. You also saw his lawsuit get thrown out. He had against Busby, which is showing he's losing power. Now, another thing I said before that's very important is mighty funny. Tony Busby is from where they're from. It's mighty funny to me. I assume Tina know Busby. And I said, how we know Tina not behind that lawsuit with Busby? Just to piss Jay-Z off, just to put him in his place. We don't know that. That's how I look at stuff. All right? Because Texas is big. And a lot of them go back. But I would just say it's mighty funny. They from Texas. Tony Busby from Texas. When Deshaun Watson got that lawsuit, he made that payout. He made that payout in Texas. Yes, he did. But I'm also going to be talking about soon coming up, everybody's dirty. All right? Everybody that was supposed to be legit, dirty. When I tell you a lot of people going to jail, a lot of people going to be missing, a lot of people going to be gone, a lot of people going to have dirty-ass backgrounds for the rest of their life, I'm showing you, y'all. When I tell you things went so far, what happened that was the worst was all the clean people went dirty. That's what really happened. See, we're not talking about dirty people no more, y'all. We're not talking about people that live dirty and did dirty shit. No, we're talking about now everybody that was supposed to be so clean. That's the world we in now. Everybody that was supposed to be so clean, they are the ones now in trouble and exposed for their dirt. See, some of us, we always got accused of being dirty, even when we wasn't dirty. Some of us was told we ain't never going to be nothing. Looked down on, frowned upon, always considered to be the bad one or the failure. But you're seeing now that was not the truth. Even in real life, you're seeing this. Everybody that was supposed to be so perfect, somehow their life is just not panning out right. Somehow the things they got away with, they can't get away with no more. Somehow a lot of people that was favored, people don't like them no more. And it's happening on every level. So he's getting a lot of bad news now. This is the first time it ever happened. But it's not just about these damn entertainers. It's about everybody that portrayed a role that is really dirty. Now also dirty from their own stupidity, but also dirty from corruption, not knowing when to stop and getting caught. And using these public platforms to do their dirt. Using record labels to do their dirt. Without a record label, can't do no dirt. Without working for law enforcement, you can't do no dirt. You can't get paid $5,000 to bring in drugs unless you work for a prison. Get it? So using using law enforcement, using legitimate business for your own personal gain for riches. So when I tell you, family, it's not just about low-level people. It's not about just one people. It's about everybody that went dirty. This is why I'm stressing in my department, meaning in my backyard. See, I'm not worried about everybody else. They know what's up. I'm talking about, I've been trying to tell everybody, they not playing. Operation Take Back America, meaning, that means you ain't getting these jobs no more, taking that back. You ain't getting them opportunities no more, taking that back. You abuse these platforms, you're taking that back. Everything, taking it back. Operation Take Back America. Whatever people been abusing, taking advantage of, taking it back. See, y'all complain about how all the COs were white racists, but then y'all got the jobs that became corrupt drug dealers. Y'all the ones that are so stupid, you actually had a clean background your whole life, and y'all are so stupid, you waited to become grown to be a drug dealer. Y'all the first idiots to become legit drug dealers, meaning you got legit first, was able to carry firearms, then became a drug dealer. That's these idiots. It also shows psychological things where these people are so stupid they couldn't comprehend reality from street. Because some people watch a lot of street movies. Everything is street. They hang around street. They love street. So you get a job, but you're still street. Now I told you it's a reason why they're not to be trusted and they're considered criminals. Everybody's dirty. All of them got caught bringing in drugs. All of them. Bringing in drugs and messing with inmates. Yeah. So it's not a coincidence. 22 payouts. He made a payout. The question is he broke, y'all, or is he straight? What y'all think? Hold on, I'm reading the chat. What's up, Charles Wilson? What any of us do in darkness is okay. It's seen by light. We all read what we sow, and we all have said none of my except for my okay. Purpose of studying ourselves, approved in first person. Yeah, only way you get right is that's the only way you're gonna get right. Only way you're gonna get right is you're gonna have to face what you gotta face. That's right. What up? What up? Shannon got to work his ass off, y'all. I know that much. He gonna work. Now, this is what I mean by broke. He's not broke, but like I say, y'all, in Hollywood, $10 million is broke, guys. It's not enough money. Rich means when you don't have to work no more. That's what rich really means, guys. Generational wealth means your family don't got to work, meaning your family's straight for life. So, like I say, we'll say he got money compared to us, but I always tell people, man, the taxes they got to pay, salary, to me, they don't be like, that's, yeah. When Shannon Sharpe standing as somebody with $100 million, he would be considered broke, y'all. If I got $100 and I stand as somebody with 10,000, I would be considered broke. That's how the money game works. So he's not broke like us, but in his world, if he stopped working today and try to live 5 years straight, he'll be finished. His taxes alone will destroy him. Remember, they gotta keep their property going. They got property tax and personal tax. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff. They got salaries. So they also gotta they so-called be putting stuff up for their future. And that's how it goes. Because when you Shannon Sharpe, it got to be set up where your grandkids don't got to work too. Your grandkids can't work at McDonald's and you with Shannon Sharpe. So they really be about that. And they really be trying to get the big dollar for everybody, for the future. So the money they be having and they still got to work hard, it's kind of like they be broke, man. Well, Shannon Sharpe worked like he fucking broke. I'll say that. Why? Well, he does sports. He does regular shit, right? He does interviews. He sells alcohol. He sells clothes. He goes on tour with his podcast. He works hard. So I know that sounds like a person to me that need money. And if we talking this money game, if we look at the list of billionaires and trillionaires, it would look like Shannon has to work his ass off. And he still has deals with other companies, other brands, partnerships. So they be having money, y'all, but it's not like they super rich where they could just sit on their ass and just relax. Because they got contracts. They got deals on the table that if they come up short, they're not fulfilling their obligations. So according to this, not saying it's a fact, he allegedly had 30 million. The lawsuit was 50 million. The settlement was over 10 million. So we don't know what he got left. That's not our business. But I know one thing, he will work his ass off. Was it worth it, Shannon? There you go. He offered $10 million. She denied it. That's how we know what? He paid more than 10 million. We know that off the rip. We also know she got to pay her lawyer fees. And she did not just take no damn 10 million. So we know she got more than that. And we know this. Because Busby had to get his cut. And he also accused Busby of being a liar. So Busby might have put a nice tax on his ass. because he said it was a black shakedown. He said Busby is trying to do him like Diddy and Jay-Z, trying to use their name for clout. Meanwhile, this idiot made a payout. And he did not fight like he said he was. Shannon Sharpe said he would fight his accuser to the end. Yet he settled for possibly $50 million. He didn't fight, y'all. He only went 3 months. He didn't fight like he was innocent. He didn't put that money on a lawyer, say let's fight. He didn't do that. Okay then. No, he know people don't know the law. He gonna make shit up. He know how to spin it and make it look like he good. No, he's good. Yeah, he's good when it comes to court. But in public, no. Nobody respects him, y'all. It's just what it is. Because they looking at him like, what the hell you doing to OnlyFans? Are you an OnlyFans shopper, Shannon? You got money. Why you don't have a decent woman? Why are you dealing with somebody old enough to be somebody's daughter? And like I said, he can do what he wants. But it's still showing a pattern that it's not like Shannon got multiple women. Like I said, it's not like he's dealing with multiple women, all ages. No. He's being looked at as a man 57 dealing with somebody's daughter. And if you think his peers respect him, if you think people, let's just say her family respect him, no, they don't. If you think anybody that has a successful business will want his face on their commercial, no. Because the whole thing is about him being a shop. The whole thing is he's an online shopper. That's what it's about. This is about the men that buy ass off OnlyFans and try to make them their wife. That's what this shit is about. Which shows sexual deviance. This is about his sexual behavior, y'all. That's what all of this is about. So that's why I say it's going to play out like this. It's going to play out where sexual behavior to some is going to be normal and sexual behavior to some is going to be frowned upon. That is the judgment, y'all. That's what it's all about. You pick your side. Hey, you agree with the shit? You agree with it. There's people that don't, they don't. Just understand it's a line drawn. That's it. And they being considered perverts and freaks and weirdos. And get them away from my kids. Get them off the TV. Just let their ass stay on the internet. That's it. That's the narrative. That's the narrative. Let all their nasty ass be online. All right? That is the narrative. And look how many different counties this clown had restraining orders against him, which means, once again, nobody believes him. So the people that's talking this talk about him having restraining orders, not going to say it's a fact, but they saying he had restraining orders, they the ones looking at him like, well, what the fuck you doing with her then? Are you beating her ass? What's wrong? You get it? It's different ways it's being looked at. He's spinning his way. I'm innocent. It's a shakedown. Other people like Shannon, you full of shit. You got restraining orders. You're lying. Then they saying what? Yeah, you out of it, but that shit cost you your life. Meaning, ain't no telling how much money you paid out your life savings. It's no telling how much they took you to the bank for, because it was nothing he was going to do about it anyway. He was in the jam, y'all. Football season coming up. The more this case lingering, he can't make a lot of money like he want. He's not going to be back on TV. He's hoping, in my opinion, after he can make this go away with this payout, hopefully he can get back on some platform on national TV somewhere. Because people saying different things. And they saying that they not buying his shit, meaning he not innocent. Settling if innocent. So, all right, y'all, common sense. Once again, he didn't want to make the $10 million payout. Cool. If you're innocent, you're going to still settle out after that? Or you going to be like, are you not going to be like, well, I offered you $10 million. You didn't want to take it. Now I guess we're going to court to fight this shit. Does that not make more sense? Okay, then. So you know he paid more than $10 million. You know he offered $10 million. My point is, it doesn't make him clear from his face, from his existence, from that name Shannon Sharpe being dirty. He can't buy that back to be clean. All right? He just paid a price to keep people off his ass and to still have favor in his fans. That's what that's about. That money he paid was to cost him his fans. That you get it? Because it's like this, y'all. This is why some people step down. Some people say, you know what? I ain't getting shaken down. I ain't kicking out shit. Hey, I'm just gonna leave. Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Dip off. I just dip off with my money. I don't care what the public think about me. Whatever they want to think, just let them think. I ain't fighting shit. I'm out of here. But they don't want to do that. So being that he wants to stick around, he actually has to pay to convince us he's clean. See, I paid up. You get it? It's gone. It's gone. But what I was trying to tell all of them, those days are over with because it don't work no more. All right? And I also said, I was trying to stress that when people address real issues online, it is not respected like that. Just because you address some shit in your house on a live button, that don't make it real. Now, if you have a press conference for real, the real way, and you call up ABC, NBC, and everybody at their table like the real press conference, then maybe people will take you serious. When you got your lawyer speaking for you, then people will take you serious. You standing right there, and you say, I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. No, then people going to believe you. But you're going to see celebrities started what? Going live and making posts to defend themselves. But that was just a stunt they pulled so they can continue to get money. That's it. Because the proper channel is, once you accuse, they supposed to fight it. And why they supposed to really step down and fight that shit first. Then come back and talk if they innocent. Yeah, y'all thought I was finished, right? Y'all, you see, they supposed to come back later. No, they need the money and they ass under contract. So Shannon could not afford to not work no more. His ass working the hardest he ever worked in his whole life. He gonna stay working. Because if he had a payout, his ass gonna have to pay. Period. And YouTube gonna get their 30% cut regardless. So I say I know how it go. YouTube gonna get out of him and Ocho. YouTube get 30%, and he got to split with Ocho. So him and Ocho got to split 70%. Hey, that's what it is. So like I said, I know what this is about. It's about crashing brands, and it's about exposing behavior. His brand is crashed. Like I said, you will never see him on he not getting no big money. He's signing people, but he's not getting no big endorsement. His ass will not be on no TV. No. He's not. No. Bill Gates and them wash their hands of him. Nah. He's not going to be with no established brands. If I'm wrong, come back and holler at me. I said it months ago. I didn't see no change. It's not going to happen. Their brands have been crashed, y'all. They get crashed their stocks. At this point, they have to take what they can get. That's what I was telling you with LeBron James and Kevin Hart doing fantasy, doing sports bet, DraftKings. They got to take what they can get now. Before they was able to turn down stuff. All right, so I showed people earlier how they use this in court. I wanted people to see how they've been studying these public platforms, and this is what they do with the shit you say out your mouth. Now, I saw them do this in big cases. People didn't want to comprehend that these apps you love are not yours no more. You know he's a lawyer. Then I showed you even the Gov got their own page. So I was just showing you that a lot of people didn't comprehend that these apps were for studies, but now these apps are fully controlled, and no longer are they tolerating certain stuff on these apps. That was the whole point of what I was showing y'all. And this applies also to her getting kicked out the country, because they also know these applications were being used to do dirt by a lot of people. Another thing that happened, Angel Reese is being trolled. Thank you very much. Angel Reese is being dissed. Thanks, Pillsbury. Marcellus Wiley, Jason Whitlock, and yourself were right about Fox Sports 1. Emmanuel Acho, Charlie Dixon, and Shannon Sharpe are simps, plus no self-control. Joy Taylor, the 304, I got you. The HOE, yep, they were winning. Yeah, it was all on purpose, man. They put the idiots on there on purpose. I know what's up. Yeah, they see what happened is they got into personality. They started selling personality because they understood it was about who you like. The past 10 years, money, revenue, viewership was based on who you like. So all these platforms will cater to who you like. Okay, if they like Shannon, keep them on the TV. They like this person, let them go. That's what they was doing. Just let them do their thing. Let them do whatever they do. That's them, okay? As long as we get the viewership, let them watch who they like. And that's what it was based on. And you'll see now, pay attention. Shannon Sharpe was starting to be based on what? His shenanigans. The shit he does, how he acts, what he says, his behavior. Because that's what they was getting paid for, behavior. Not breaking down shit. Not being for real. Not being, no. That's what happened, y'all. All these platforms did the same thing. It wasn't based on talent. It was based on who people like. So if you like Shannon more than me, they already know. You got to hire Shannon Sharpe because he's the one they like. They like that clown shit. Something Marcellus Wiley, pardon me, he's too analytical. He breaks the shit down. He's too serious. He's too serious. He's not good for TV. That's the game they started playing, y'all. But now it's going back into the analytics. Yeah. So he sold us that because people also forget Shannon Sharpe was an entertainer too. So being he's an entertainer, he started selling that stuff as a gimmick. So people watching Skip Bayless and him, they also watching him perform. Not just to hear no sports. They watching the show. He became a sideshow. But you're going to see, since he don't be on the TV no more, it don't hit the same. Because it's the power of that TV. That TV going to make anybody great. Trust me on that. Some people don't know what that TV does, guys. That shit, man, it's a certain power that TV just give you, man. When you're not on that shit no more, it just get dark for you. You get it? So he said it's a shakedown, but he said that shit online. He didn't say that shit in court. But he knew that would give him some space to breathe. He can breathe a little bit now because Shannon Sharpe fans are now saying he's innocent. Now that he's in the clear, Fox needs to go ahead and try to patch it up with Unc and Skip. No, ain't no patching up, man. It's over. So just showing y'all, right? The whole key to look at was this payout. How he said it was because he's black. It's a shakedown, but he made a payout anyway. Now, back to Angel Reese. A lot of people know they try to make it like it's something between her and Caitlin Clark. That's also for promotional hype. But once again, I said that everybody is taking these losses. They're only going to trend for bad news. They're being humiliated and embarrassed. I have to keep going into this because Angel Reese, they put up a billboard. This billboard you're looking at was put in Indiana, the home of Caitlin Clark, where she plays at. All right, where she plays at. They all love Caitlin Clark in Indiana. So to be funny, they put this Angel Reese ad. But people are now joking on the ad. They're joking on her sneakers because there's a lot of inside jokes in this. For one, they say Angel Reese is she one of them women? It's all about her, me. Get it? They basically say she's like the rest of them that's online with that vanity. It's all about me. Look at me, me. Saying that they're all the same. All they want to do is sell their brands. Me. Shannon Sharpe, what is he doing? He's selling alcohol. He's selling clothing lines. Shannon Sharpe, other income, streams, endorsements, cognac, brands, clothing line, real estate, selling me. All right? Not about nobody else, not about giving back. They basically trying to say she's not about the team, just about herself. Me. Okay. So being that she's about me, they also said she don't have no skills. They say all she do is rebound. So being that she all about me, and all she do is rebound, they call her sneakers me bound. They've been calling her me bound. They also say she can't shoot. They say she shoot bricks. So within this advertisement, it was put on a brick wall, and that's why they joking on her with the bricks. Because they posted this shit in Caitlin Clark. See, they put on a brick wall. They also were saying that basically they put her ad on a janky-ass brick wall, and the secret is they saying she really do shoot bricks. Her sneakers are called me bound because they say she all about herself, me, and all she do is rebound. So she flipped the joke of me bound and named the sneaker me bounds. But people saying ain't nobody gonna buy them shits. When I was telling y'all, remember when I said they're not gonna be able to buy, trade, or sell nothing? All right, I'm asking y'all in the chat. I know none of y'all did. Shannon Sharpe, he's online, right? He's on YouTube with everybody else, right? How many of y'all buying his clothes? How many of y'all buying Shannon Sharpe's cognac? If I drunk cognac, why would I drink a knockoff cognac? I'm just honest. Why would I drink a cognac from an ex-football player that probably didn't even drink like that? Nobody's buying their brands, y'all. That shit is just a front. Plus, Shaq had to help Angel Reese get that Reebok deal. Do you know that a lot of those WNBA players, they're just now getting their deals? And all of that controversy came after Caitlin Clark. Yeah. They also been making these statements saying nobody watches it without, if Caitlin take off, nobody watches it. But they also saying that the race card being used as a gimmick. And not only that, now they're saying that her sneakers ain't gonna sell because they Reeboks. And they saying she should have never tried to be funny by putting this ad in Indiana, the home of Caitlin Clark, because she's endorsed by Nike. But they saying it's on a brick wall because she really does shoot bricks. Yes. Angel Reese and Reebok, big push for her signature shoe, hit a snag in Indiana this weekend. Saying the shit flopping. Turning more heads for the brick backdrop than the kicks themselves. So showing you that people are joking on her and her sneakers, and they don't care about her sneakers. Angel Reese signature shoe promo on Caitlin Clark ground backfires spectacularly. Angel Reese Reebok shoe promo in Indianapolis drew backlash after fans mocked the brick wall backdrop and questioned the shoe's appeal. So they basically saying they corny and them shits is flopping. And you get it? That's what they saying, y'all. So I just wanted to keep showing y'all when I said family is playing out on every level. It's over for these people. I just don't know what to tell y'all. It's not personal. It's just over, man. I think they rubbed too many people the wrong way. Thanks, D-Hobbs. I think they rubbed too many people the wrong way for too long. People got tired of them with this branding shit. I think they let everybody brand themselves so they would lose their craft. And now it looks like that all y'all wanted to do now is just brand yourself, selling shit, but y'all not perfecting y'all craft. Because even Shannon Sharpe, okay, since Cat Williams been on his show, did he get better? Did he get better? Him and Ocho get better. Has he been perfecting his craft, or are they just selling shit, waiting on trending topics? So when I tell people these things, I'm like, I hope you can see it now. It's the trending topic that fuels everybody. It ain't just me. It's the rich too. Without trending topics, the rich don't get no money. If they don't have nothing to talk about, there will be nothing spoken. I also know from YouTube, when certain people take off, I know through the numbers. I know when certain people don't even come live for that day, the whole YouTube gonna stall out. Because, y'all, that's how it is now. If certain people don't talk, this shit ain't gonna move. If certain people do not trend, it will not move. And you're starting to see the topics get slower and slower and slower. Because that is going to be the collapse of everybody. That's not original. So Shannon built this platform of other people. Everything he does features another celebrity because this is how they keep each other afloat. So he been making it because of his celebrity friends. But now a lot of stuff they got to do on their own because you're going to have to be original. So I'm showing you how, even though he's big and had a big platform, since he made a payout, he got to be bigger now. He got to be more creative or he's going to sink. He's going to sink because a lot of people are jumping ship from Shannon. Another thing is the entertainment is getting slow. And when I proved y'all the other day that people are not buying their merch, they're not selling off the shelf. When I showed you NBC News not getting views, this department has slowed down in the field of merchandise, y'all. It just has. This department has slowed down. It also does have to do with Beyonce clothes not selling. All right? Everybody been shopping online, foreign applications. Everybody wear Crocs. People been stopped wearing sneakers. So that's why sneaker brands been crashing. How many of y'all been seeing the Foot Lockers close up? Because everybody stopped wearing sneakers. When you got families wearing Crocs, y'all, that was the sneaker store. You're not looking at everybody and their mothers wearing Crocs. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost and the kids. Foot Locker went out of business. Sneaker stores went out of business, y'all, because everybody was wearing slippers with holes in it. It's the truth. That's rubber. So everybody stopped wearing sneakers. So that's why Angel Reese sneakers probably going to flop. Now, the question is, only way they're going to blow up is, are you going to buy those sneakers for your daughter before back to school? And that's another thing. The only reason why basketball sneakers sold out like that because back to school, we bought them shits. The new Bo Jacksons, the new Jordans, the new Ewings. The basketball sneakers with basketball season, that is why the sneakers first started selling anyway, because of back to school. But since these kids don't wear sneakers like that no more, that's why, and when they do wear sneakers, they're brainwashed. They're only going to wear Jordan. That's why nobody else sells sneakers. LeBron sneakers don't sell. Steph Curry's don't sell. This generation, I don't know what it is with them with sneakers. I don't know. But a lot of sneakers have been crashing. Sneaker stores closing. Because they definitely are not into fresh white sneakers at all. Because they do everything dark. So they don't wear fresh white kicks. They don't do nothing fresh white. Get it? Nothing clean. Everything dark and dirty. So if Andrew Reese would have brought out some brown sneakers, maybe they would have sold. But since they white, you have it. But just know that back and forth ain't gonna stop. And just know that Sean Kingston's mother might get kicked out the damn country. She begging and pleaded not to get kicked out at 62 after living a good life here already. So another thing is this. Sean Kingston is a connection with Justin Bieber and Chris Brown. Chris Brown is in trouble as we speak. Sean Kingston in trouble as we speak. I think this man had to tell on his own mother, y'all. For him not to go to jail, I think he had to tell on his own mother. Yes. So you see what it's going at. Also, you see the connection. Sean Kingston and his mother going down. You see Chris Brown was a good man. He's going down. All of their names are tarnished. Well, to this day, people think Justin Bieber is a weirdo, and they think Justin Bieber is a drug head. So you see, y'all, it didn't end out good for nobody. I think it was supposed to be like that. That looked like Monica. That's Monica, right? I don't know. It looked like Monica. Well, if that's Monica, you know she been around since she was what? 14, 13. So now y'all get it. If you didn't get it, you also will see again, Diddy ready to knock Chris Brown out for flirting with Justin Bieber too much. And then you will see Diddy ready to knock French Montana out for flirting with Justin Bieber too much. Get your hands off of Justin. I'm not going to say it no more. All right? So guess what? Jermaine Dupri, he be hiding in the bushes for real. He was around Justin Bieber because he had a crush on Justin. Yeah, whenever Justin come to Atlanta, they said that was the only time Jermaine Dupri would come out sometime after 12. Yeah. So I'm just showing you how now Jermaine Dupri, he be sliding around, y'all. He be slithering around like he's straight. Nah, he one of the last dirty people left. And maybe because he's short, he get out of a lot. Because I'm gonna be real. That fool Jermaine Dupri, he might have did more. I think he did more dirt than Jay-Z. I'm gonna be honest on that part. I think he did way more dirt than Jay-Z. That's what I think. Because I think being that he's so little, he got away with a lot of shit. Jermaine Dupri might have blackballed 300 women. Jermaine Dupri might have played with 32 minors. Get it? No, he might be the worst. Jermaine Dupri might have trafficked more minors on a bus disguised as a raptor than R. Kelly. He might have did. That's how I look at him. So like I said, I know this game played. The ones you think ain't the ones be the worst. So if Jay-Z getting all this smoke, I'm going to say I think Jermaine Dupri might be worse than him. Why? He had possession of Bow Wow. Jermaine Dupri is also our proof he had possessions of minors. We got proof on that. So what else about Jermaine Dupri we don't got proof of? We don't have no proof of how he got Bow Wow. And we don't got no proof of how he got crisscrossed. But we know for a fact he had minors. Huh? So that's why I say he can mess around and be worse. Told you that's how it worked, y'all. It be the ones like him be the worst. It just so happened when young Justin come to Atlanta, he right there. Get it? Right there. Meanwhile, that same weekend, that same time frame, they was all together. See? See from the hair. They was all together, y'all. So, like in this picture, LeBron in the back. In the cut, hiding out. Hiding out. We also saw what the same night Buster was there. So this picture right here is the clue that they had a lot of parties. Dirk didn't just go down at Diddy parties. Dirk could have went down on a night they was all at the club and said, yo, the after party over there at this mansion in Atlanta. Get it? They could have been doing that. So I was just showing y'all that even though people out here, French was your clue when he ran to Dubai. He ran. But you see LeBron back there, y'all. So it's a reason why LeBron is in this. It's a reason why the Lakers are done with him. Because it's a lot of proof on LeBron. It's just that the public don't know. All right? So, and like I said, let's say if Diddy was messing with you know who, let's say if he was doing that stuff, you got the proof that everybody knew what he was doing. Because they was around him. And they know when he was with Justin that night, everybody knew. Diddy with Justin. Diddy with Justin. They knew. So it's just showing you, y'all. They all know. And they all going down by silence. So that was the only thing. Diddy be ready to pull and scratch off chopsticks and yeah, man. So I know why he had that scratched off cereal. Because French is getting too close. So if you imagine you in Diddy house, you don't know how to act, he got to put you out or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure he had them pistols for a reason. I ain't stupid. He's showing his behavior. If this man was acting like this on stage in front of the world, that means this looked like he was ready to lose it. He was ready to flip, do something. Meaning he didn't even know how he looked, which means something came over him to piss him off real quick, but he didn't catch himself. Then you got proof years later. So when I say that, I could just imagine how he act in the house, off camera, behind the scenes, when he mad already, or whatever the situation is, how he gonna deal with people. He gonna deal with you like that over how you looking. Yet alone you done said something, or did something, or said no. No, y'all, I know what the heels are for. You're French. I see how you was looking at Justin that night. Did I tell you to touch him like that? French, put these heels on. No, put the heels on. Yo, Diddy, you bugging, man. Put the heels on, French. All right? This the night. After this night, he smacked Chris Brown up and said, don't you ever do that again. Ever. All right? I think this week after this, Chris Brown went down for beating up Rihanna. The week after this. Yep. It was around this time, though. Honestly, yeah, it was. He went down like right after that. So you got the proof, y'all. They was all three together, all of them together. You also got proof now what? Sean Kingston got arrested in Florida. You have the proof that when Chris Brown fell out with Rihanna, they were living in Florida at Diddy house, which means Chris Brown, Sean Kingston, all of them was down there together, y'all. When I've been said before, I'm just giving you the proof that all of these years, Cassie was there too. Atlanta, Florida. Diddy was with most of the youngsters then. He was with all the damn youngsters then. All the youngsters he was with then, y'all. See, to prove it, this when he got his kids with him. This when he was rolling with his kids. This after making the band, he was with all the youngsters. This whole era, Chris Brown at his house. So you see the connection, y'all, all right? We also know what? Even Justin has a charge on him. So ain't no escaping it, y'all. That's it. Out of everybody, Cass is the only one that got rich. Wow. See that? Thank you, Natalia. See that? Cassie is the only one that got paid out of everybody. See what I'm saying? Look, check it out. You got a pattern now, y'all. Cassie and the woman that sued Shannon, they can hang out now together. See that? They both got paid. They probably DM each other right now. They got a connection. Know why she got a connection with Cassie? Tony Busby. See that? Now, her and Cassie could chill and they fuck around, be damn near worth 50 million. They chilling. You get it? They retired now. Now look at them now. They in trouble. Diddy got to come home, clean himself up. He got to work to the day he died. Shannon got to work to the day he died. Yes, he does. Now they say she retired from OnlyFans now, y'all. Thanks to Talia. They say she has retired, y'all. Yo, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Shannon net cost. They say this shit cost his life, y'all. Which means he will be forever in a damn contract. Wow. Meanwhile, he got to pray his mother don't get kicked out the country, man. His mama about to get booted. His mother was a thief, y'all, stealing money, all that shit. She was convicted in March, found guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. She now faces up to 20 years on each count. Damn. They ready to fry her, y'all. On each account, y'all. So, can you see how everybody been taking the money from the country, y'all? Everybody be getting rich. So that's why I was telling a lot of y'all, man, you got to stop being mad. A lot of y'all mad at the wrong stuff. So y'all be getting mad and you hate the country, but you're not realizing it's other people here that love it, but they taking all the money and they love it for that. They love the fact that they can come here and get all this free money. They love the fact that they can come here and move places you can't even go at. Because when they come in from other countries, sometimes they don't have no mercy. And you also don't get that when you come in from another country and you scam your ass off, it's different because you don't give a damn about none of these people. They're not from my country. So when I come take their money, it's all free good money for me. That's them. That's how they looked at it. Tapping into as many American banks as they can. Tapping into all funds. Get it? Scamming, y'all. Because they know worse come to worse, they just gonna send me back anyway. But they've been doing this shit for decades. It's not a coincidence. Most of the people here, like her, got more money than people born and raised here their whole life. It's not a coincidence, y'all. People kept saying, like, well, you know, other people, they come together. Nah, it ain't just that. It ain't just that they come together. They come together, but it's not just that, it's their mentality be different. See, their whole mentality is, we not from here. We just here to get this money. I don't care if you like me. We're not here to be your friend. I'm not here to hang out with you. We here to take this money. That's their whole mentality. So they've been acting like good Americans. They've been acting like they got love, but the whole time they're here to get paid. And that's what they've been doing. What? Sending the money back home. But they didn't know when to stop. Because she didn't want to accept the fact her son wasn't a star no more, y'all. So they didn't want to downgrade. Their whole charges come from not wanting to downgrade. That is it. If they would have lived a regular life, this shit would have never happened. But when you get turned out on fame, you can't live in a 3-bedroom house. You can't live in a 1-story house. You see, they can't live in a condo on the 50th floor. They get turned out. They lived in Miami. Miami weather, you know, Miami mansion turned out. So even though her son Ben fell off, she kept scamming to keep their lavish lifestyle going. And she was using his name as if he was still a star. Because remember, we just come from an era where you can use fake numbers for a lot of shit. So she using his name like he's a star, getting shit on credit from companies. Companies giving them stuff like $500,000 watches on credit, giving them exclusive furniture. You know that furniture, $5,000 beds. She was doing shit like that. Getting $5,000 mattresses, not paying that shit back. Scamming. So that's what they said she was doing, because they kept trying to keep the image going. Then to keep the image going, allegedly they selling major drugs, pounds of weed, selling, and selling other stuff too. I think they were selling that pink stuff Diddy had, but they were selling a whole lot. That was making their money, the drugs. Yeah. So her ass is 62 years old. This the new world. Remember we spoke about grandmas don't want to be grandmas no more, right? You got your proof. She waited to be 62 years old, y'all, to face 40 years. When all her ass had to do was going to check in a senior citizen home. That's it. Check out. Sean Kingston, you're going to move in a 2-bedroom apartment and you're going to go in a damn nursing home. At least y'all would have been free. Y'all ain't want to do that. No, it ain't just drugs. Fame is a hell of a drug, y'all. You see what it's doing to all of them. Fame is a hell of a drug. It's the fame that make them live a life of lies till the day they die. That's right. It's the fame that make them never want to leave that camera. It ain't the fact of the money. Sometimes it is the fame, y'all. Sometimes they can't accept the fact when nobody's saying their name no more. So they can front all they want. They know they like bad news too. They can front all they want. They know damn well they like when their name trending. They love it. Because a lot of them, they cannot function unless they're getting attention. So the thing is Shannon Sharpe going to keep getting attention? Because only two things going to happen to him. Either he's going to go up off this stuff, or his stock is going to crash and he's on his way down. Because you can pretend sometimes people not buying this shit. So look, they saying he's settling if he innocent, but they saying when Ben Roethlisberger paid out, people said he was still a RAPE-ist. Now that he's in the clear, they saying Shannon in the clear, but some people saying he's not. So opinions always going to be what they be, but anybody know the law? If I'm innocent, I ain't paying nothing. Because why I'm not paying nothing? Because it's a shakedown. Like Shannon said, it's a shakedown, right? Well, if it's a shakedown, mean I ain't paying you shit because y'all lying. That's what shakedown mean. Shakedown mean, yo, they making up shit. They trying to rob me, y'all. They trying to rob me without a gun. They trying to pat my pockets, y'all. I ain't do nothing. They trying to rob me. It's a shakedown. That's what he said. But payout say something different. All right? I don't need no explanation. Payout. And we know it's over 10 million. So on that note, they said it cost his life. I'm assuming we about to see Shannon work his ass off. Hey, ESPN might use him for promotion. They might bring his ass back on TV because they know who's going to watch him. They know who's going to watch him. Trust me on that. The same men that's into buying ass on OnlyFans are the same ones going to watch Shannon. The same men that like women 30 years plus younger, same men going to keep watching Shannon. That's it. That's it. So ain't nothing going to change. Just know, Cat Williams told him to his face how all of them going to fall and they all going to get theirs. Shannon just didn't think he was talking to him too. Now you see what's up. You also got the proof that Shannon has not been as big since this interview. He don't got an interview close. He don't have an interview half of this. This means also this was his ceiling. This was the biggest he ever was going to get. But now it's all over. You also got to remember this interview made his head get big. Since his head got big, somehow his ass not on TV no more. So the truth is, Shannon Sharpe, Skip Bayless helped your career. Stephen A helping you now. He did help you. But this right here really made your career. That's why you know him more for this than playing football. And you got 3 championships in football. But you should thank Cat Williams for the rest of your life because he the one that made you good. But you fucked it all up with this. Cat Williams made you think you were young because your stupid ass went viral. All right? Just because you went viral, you start thinking you was young. That's where you fucked up at, idiot. So on that note, now you see how they lied to you with a straight face, right? Now, y'all, was this based on race or was this about a man's sexual appetite? Was it a shakedown or was it about a man's behavior? That's my whole point. Men have the right to do what they feel like with consented sex. But it does not mean that you will still not be judged by your behavior. That's it. Now, if you're proud of your behavior, you stand on it. Can't nobody say shit. But when you've been sneaking around hotels and you're getting secretly recorded, it don't look that good. So on that note, we're going to leave it at that. Enjoy your Sunday. Enough of these dirt bags. Members only later, y'all. I'll holler. 1.